everyone. I'm Sandy Chi with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Voters in Taiwan will head to the poll next January to elect a new president. The country's main opposition party, the Kuomintang, has announced who will be running on its ticket. Leslie Liao reports.
本党征召侯友宜同志参选2024中华民国总统。
After months of speculation and campaigning, Taiwan's main opposition party, the Kuomintang, or KMT, announced it's nominating Hou You-yi to run for president in Taiwan's upcoming 2024 elections. The selection came down to two people, Hou, who's the current mayor of New Taipei City, and Terry Guo, founder of Foxconn, the world's largest contract electronics manufacturer. This isn't the first time Guo has sought the KMT's nomination. He threw his hat in the ring for the 2020 elections, but lost that primary to former Kaohsiung Mayor Han Kuo-yu. That outcome saw Guo quit the party. In early April, Guo announced his intention to vie for the KMT nomination again and apologized for leaving. This time around, Guo's taking the news better. He's already committed to supporting Hou's presidential bid. Hou is a former policeman who was involved in many high-profile cases, and he's been New Taipei mayor since 2018, enjoying high approval ratings. Voters vindicated his performance in 2022 when he was re-elected to his seat in a landslide victory, beating his challenger by nearly 500,000 votes. Hou says he will rise to the occasion.
我们的国家在国际情势边凶战危，国内 冲突对立，百废待举，让年轻人看不到未来。我们必须大破大立，再次让政党轮替。
Hou faces a tough battle. He's going up against Vice President Lai Ching Chiang from the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, another highly popular political figure in Taiwan. They're set to face off with former Taipei City Mayor and Taiwan People's Party Chair Ke Wen-je. Hou has yet to speak in detail about many of his policy ideas, including how to handle China. The KMT favors closer ties with Beijing, which has proven a problem at the ballot box as Taiwanese identify less and less with China. Now that the KMT has selected its candidate, the scene is set for 2024. The party is now faced with convincing Taiwanese voters that Hou You-yi is the person they want as their next president. Yi Sen-chen and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Former Taipei Mayor Ke Wen-je has been nominated by his Taiwan People's Party to run for president next year. Ke founded the party in 2019. Ke said Wednesday he would lay out his platform in New Taipei over the weekend. He said the plan centers on harmony, reconciliation, and peace. The TPP nomination makes next year's election a three-way race. His opponent from the KMT will be New Taipei Mayor Hou You-yi, who was also nominated on Wednesday. They'll run against the ruling Democratic Progressive Party's nominee, Vice President Lai Ching Chiang. On Tuesday, Vice President Lai said there's no need for Taiwan to declare formal independence, as it is already a sovereign state.
已经是一个主权独立的国家了，不必另行宣布台湾独立。
Lai made the comments at National Zhengzhi University in Taipei. President Tsai Ing-wen has made similar remarks in the past. Lai also criticized the main opposition Kuomintang for holding to the 1992 consensus, which acknowledges Taiwan as part of one China. He said this was following an old framework, ignoring the facts and submitting to China. Chinese authorities say a Taiwan-based publisher they've detained is suspected of inciting secession. China has detained Liang Hua, better known as Fu Cha, since March. Beijing previously said he was being investigated on suspicion of endangering national security. On Wednesday, China's Taiwan Affairs Office said it had arranged for Fu Cha's wife to have a call with him. The office also said that the investigation of Fu Cha had nothing to do with his publishing activities. He specializes in books that are banned by Beijing. Fu Cha is Chinese, but has lived in Taiwan since 2013. His detention is one of the several cases that have made Taiwanese increasingly wary of traveling to China. Thailand's general elections on Sunday saw the Progressive Move Forward Party unexpectedly win the most seats. But this does not guarantee the party can form the next government. Our reporter Joyce Tan spoke with independent political analyst Ken Lopatapanong on what could lie ahead for Thailand.
What is the significance of the overwhelming support of opposition parties, and what is the mood like in Bangkok?
So what's very surprising about the result is that Move Forward actually gained the most seats in this parliament. For the past 20 years, only parties that have been linked to former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra have won the most seats. Of course, the people who voted for the pro-government parties are not entirely happy with the fact that what they see as the most radical of the opposition parties, the Move Forward party, actually won the election outright. At the same time, of course, the supporters of Move Forward are jubilant. They didn't expect that Thailand would change this fast.
So the next step would be to form a coalition government to work together with the junta-appointed Senate. What are some of the possible scenarios from here?
So the first and most straightforward scenario would be that Move Forward is able to assemble a coalition with Thaksin's Pheu Thai party and with a number of smaller opposition parties, and that they somehow manage to gain enough votes from the Senate to actually appoint Pita Limthurindrat as Thailand's next Prime Minister. Only a couple of senators have come out so far and said that they're willing to go with the majority in the lower house, while several other senators have said that they're not able to accept Pita as Thailand's next leader. The second scenario would be that Move Forward is unable to form a government, and the onus would then fall on the second biggest party in parliament, Pheu Thai, to form a coalition. How they might do that remains to be seen. However, at this point, Pheu Thai's party leaders have been very clear that they're going to give the prerogative to Move Forward to try to establish a government first.
If Move Forward can push through and secure the top seat, what would a Move Forward leadership mean for life in Thailand, and what kind of message does this send to other countries?
Domestically, we're going to see greater attempts to try to democratize Thailand, whether that be through amending the constitution, to trying to reform the army. And in terms of the economy, we're probably going to see Move Forward begin acting against the big monopolies that dominate Thailand's economy. In terms of foreign policy, we're probably going to see a Move Forward government being vocal about democracy and about human rights. We're probably going to see them condemn Russian aggression in Ukraine more strongly, and also condemn the military takeover of neighboring Myanmar.
That was Joyce Tan speaking with political analyst Ken Lopatapanong in Bangkok. Japanese Prime Minister Kishida Fumio has invited several leaders of the chip industry to meet with him in Tokyo on Thursday. One of them is Mark Liu, chair of Taiwanese chipmaking giant TSMC. Kishida has also asked other leaders from Taiwan, the US, and South Korea to attend the meeting. Japanese media reports say Kishida is expected to ask companies to set up their investments in Japan and cooperation with Japanese businesses. TSMC in February announced plans to build a second semiconductor manufacturing plant in Japan, a more than $7 billion investment. Taiwan on Tuesday opens its third offshore wind farm. The Japanese-Australian-Taiwanese project is called Formosa 2. Its 47 turbines are expected to power nearly 400,000 homes. The farm is part of Taiwan's goal to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2050. President Tsai Ing-wen says the country will open 3 more wind farms this year. An animation based on the legend of Taiwan's indigenous Tsou people has won the Best Full-Dome Art and Experimental Film Award in Germany. Tsou 175586, Little Warrior, brings to life a Tsou legend about a boy transported to heaven to be taught by forest animals. Armed with the celestial sphere and the gift of fire, he returns to his village to pass on the wisdom of ancient Tsou warriors. The Full Dome Festival is held inside of a planetarium, and organizers describe it as a showcase of immersive and digital art. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally today, we leave you with images of Cosmic Cycles, a space symphony performed by National Philharmonic in Maryland. The performance inspired by NASA imagery. I'm Sandy Chi. Take care and see you next time.